U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has brushed aside concerns that President Donald Trump's firing of the top U.S. military officer, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff General C.Q. Brown, could be seen as injecting politics into the military.
This is a reflection of the president wanting the right people around him to execute the national security approach we want to take. And I have a lot of respect for C.Q. Brown. I got to know him over the course of a month. He's an honorable man, not the right man for the moment.
Trump vowed on the campaign trail to wipe out what he called woke ideologies from the military and swiftly dismiss many top leaders. A goal shared by Hegseth in a podcast prior to his nomination for Secretary of Defense.
Well, first of all, you got to fire, you got to fire the chairman of the Joint Chiefs.
In 2022, when Brown was the chief of staff of the Air Force, he and his civilian counterpart under the Biden administration issued a memo calling for Air Force officer recruitment goals based on race and sex, in an effort to achieve a force the memo said would be, quote, more representative of the United States. Luis Caldera served as Secretary of the Army during the Clinton administration.
Punishing senior military leaders because they were appointed in the previous administration or carried out the policies of the previous administration, just as they would expect them to carry out the policies of this administration, is just wrong.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
In addition to Brown's firing, Hegseth removed Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Lisa Franchetti, Air Force Vice Chief of Staff General Jem Slife, and the Judge Advocates General, or JAGs, for the Army, Navy, and Air Force.
It's not lost on anyone that they have removed the only African-American and the only woman who served on the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Hegseth has made lethality the top priority of the force, saying the military's strength is not in its diversity, but in its unity.
Our strength is our shared purpose, regardless of our background, regardless of how we grew up, regardless of our gender, regardless of our race.
Hegseth travels Tuesday to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, to get a first-hand look at the U.S. military facilities holding undocumented migrants. The Department of Homeland Security is holding 17 immigration detainees in military facilities there. The Trump administration has detained dozens of other migrants at Guantanamo before deporting them. Carla Babb, VOA News, the Pentagon.